All right, we're back at it. If you want to get out your nonfiction mountains page, this one is really cool. Actually, I've been kind of reading through it. It has a lot of great information. Number one says use the words to fill in the blank. Tall, taller, tallest. So if we think about those words, tall would be like this. Taller would be a little more. And the tallest would be the most tall. All right, so tall, taller, tallest. So think about which word fits best in the blank for that. Also think about what makes sense in the sentence. We talk about that a whole lot also. All right, number two, you're going to read Mammals in the Mountains. It's a really short little passage, and then you have two questions to answer. Why do some mountain mammals have white fur? I can tell you that is answered in the text, so just look back in your text and you'll have an answer. And what is the disadvantage of having white fur? All right, so disadvantage means why would you not want it? All right, what does it do? How does it work against the animal to have white fur? Because it's not always a good thing. All right, three, fill each blank with the correct contraction. So contractions are when we put two words together. So I'm not going to use the examples on here because I really think you all can do this. But if you have a word like do not, and you want to make it into the word don't, you put D-O-N apostrophe T. This is the contraction. You're taking two words and putting them together. So do not becomes don't. All right, have not. I don't think that's one, yeah. Sorry, my nose is really stuffy. Have not becomes haven't. So H-A-V-E-N apostrophe T. All right, now if you have a word like has, he has, or she has, you're wanting to say he's or she's. So you're going to do H-E apostrophe S. You always have the apostrophe in a contraction because you're putting two words together. So I think you can do the words would not, she has, and will not pretty easily. Number four says what sentence is written correctly. Think about capital letters. Where are they appropriate? Where are they not appropriate? Capitals. All right, proper nouns are capitalized. So a specific person, place, or thing is going to be capitalized. So make sure that if it's a person or a place, that it's capitalized. Make sure it has punctuation at the end. Make sure it starts with a capital sentence or a capital letter. Good gravy, sorry. And then if you have a word that doesn't need to be capitalized, think about that, okay? So which one of those is correct? 5. What does it mean to make a mountain out of a molehill? All right. So this is figurative language, and pretty much what it's saying is you're making something into a way bigger deal than it needs to be. So like a molehill would be little. If you make it into a mountain, you're making it huge. So you're making a problem a lot bigger than it needs to be. That's what that means, okay? So making a bigger problem for yourself or out of something, all right? So mountain to a molehill is making a bigger problem. 6, good. 6 says rewrite the sentence to make it better by adding 2 adjectives and an adverb. So add in some describing words, all right? What kind of describing words do you want to add in here? So the girls climb the mountain, all right? You can describe the girls. You can describe the mountain. You can describe how hard it was to climb the mountain. All right, so those are at least 3 words that you can add details to make it a better sentence. So think about doing that. So that is your mountain page for day 14. All right, then you have some clock practice again. We did one of these yesterday, so if you're not sure how to do it, just go back and look at that video or send me a message. And then not quite the last thing, but right before your read to self, you have a creative writing piece. We've done these another day this week. This one's called Extra Field Trip, and it says, your principal has extra money for your class to take a one-day field trip. Think of a field trip idea that would be fun and interesting for the students. One that would also include some learning and education. Write a letter to your principal explaining where you would like to go. Be persuasive in your letter. Remember, persuasive means to persuade. Why would we want to do that? Remember, you are trying to convince him or her to pick your field trip idea. So you're writing a letter to the principal. So you want to start with Dear Mr. Williams. All right, and then write out your field trip idea. How are we going to be able to learn? All right, how is it going to be educational? And then write your letter, and then you need to sign it sincerely. David, Caden, Phoenix, Allison. All right, sign your name, sincerely blank. All right, so that is your work for day 14. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'm always here to help. See ya.